A prominent neuroscientist from Harvard recently released a caution about a specific 7-minute morning practice, stating that it can rewire the brain so rapidly that it may be risky for minds that are not properly prepared. However, there's another side to this story. Tibetan monks have followed this same sequence for more than 1,000 years to develop exceptional concentration and reduce long-term pain. Attempts to restrict it were not due to ineffectiveness, but because of how strongly and quickly it produces results. The claim is that the brain can reorganize itself almost overnight, and institutions were not prepared for ordinary people to access this degree of neural optimization. In their view, this morning routine was considered too powerful for widespread use. Here is what followed. In 2019, researchers working with Harvard's Brain Science Initiative uncovered an unexpected finding. They observed that certain morning routines could activate what they described as accelerated neuroplasticity. This refers to the brain's capacity to build new neural pathways and actively reshape itself. Instead of promoting the discovery, warnings were issued. The reason was clear. Rapid, controlled neuroplasticity had long been seen as potentially unsafe within conventional science. The main concern was straightforward. If individuals could change their brain patterns this quickly without guidance, what might be the outcome? Could memories fade? Could personality shifts happen too abruptly? This led to concern within the medical community. Dr. Joe Dispenza has discussed this topic publicly for years. His work indicates that targeted morning habits can modify brainwave activity within minutes, moving the mind from survival mode, where anxiety and chronic pain persist, into creation mode, where recovery and high performance occur more naturally. Stanford University supported these ideas with influential research on morning cortisol levels and brain adaptation, demonstrating that the first 7 minutes after waking are the most neurologically flexible period of the day. According to this view, the information was withheld because its effects are rapid and significant. Ancient practitioners understood this long ago, and only now is modern science beginning to align with that knowledge. To understand what is taking place in the brain, consider this. Within the first 30 minutes after waking, the body enters what neuroscientists call the cortisol awakening response. During this phase, stress hormone levels rise by approximately 50 to 75%. And this is the key point. This cortisol rise will either reinforce cycles of pain, anxiety, and mental fatigue, or it can become the strongest opportunity for neural rewiring you have throughout the day. Think of morning cortisol as a tool with two outcomes. On one side, it contributes to the neck stiffness you notice each morning, the mental fog that lingers until midday, and the long-term lower back pain you may have dealt with for years. On the other side, when used correctly, this same cortisol increase produces what researchers describe as synaptic plasticity. Your brain enters a state similar to soft cement, prepared to build new neural routes. This 7-minute ritual captures that cortisol spike and redirects it toward full neural optimization. It works like updating your brain's operating system each morning. The breathing practice alone helps release tension in the neck, shoulders, and lower back by increasing oxygen flow through the nervous system and stimulating the vagus nerve, which plays a central role in how pain is processed. Here is the exact method. Follow each step carefully. Your nervous system requires gradual exposure to this level of optimization. Minutes 1 to 3, focus on the neural reset breath. Sit upright on the edge of your bed with your feet flat on the floor. This step is essential. Proper spinal alignment is important for effective vagus nerve activation. Place your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your abdomen. This position creates a biofeedback loop that signals safety to your nervous system. Now use the adjusted 4-7-8 breathing pattern, which delivers oxygen to the prefrontal cortex and reduces cortisol levels by approximately 40%. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, allowing your abdomen to rise rather than your chest. This engages diaphragmatic breathing, which directly stimulates the vagus nerve. Hold the breath for 7 counts. This is the critical phase. During the pause, Oxygen saturates brain tissue and promotes nitric oxide release, helping widen blood vessels and lower inflammation. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 counts, fully emptying your lungs. This longer exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and repair state that reduces pain signaling. Repeat this sequence 6 times. By the 3rd round, you may notice a light tingling in your fingertips, a sign that more oxygen is reaching the peripheral nervous system. By the 6th round, many people experience a clear decrease in neck and shoulder tightness. A caution is important here. If you begin to feel lightheaded, slow the pace. The brain is actively adjusting its structure. If you're new to breath work, begin with just 3 minutes. Minutes 4 to 5 focus on the visualization phase. Keep your eyes closed. At this point, the brain typically shifts into a theta wave state, similar to the frequency Tibetan monks reach after extended meditation. You are now going to use this window effectively. Visualize your ideal day with clear and specific detail, not general goals but precise images. See yourself moving through the day without pain, making confident decisions, and maintaining steady energy at 3 p.m. instead of feeling drained. Observe yourself completing your top 3 priorities smoothly and efficiently. The important factor here is emotional engagement. Experience the confidence. Notice the absence of discomfort. Sense the mental sharpness. Here is why this approach works. The brain does not clearly separate a strongly imagined experience from an actual one. When you visualize with emotional intensity during this elevated cortisol, theta wave state, you are actively forming new neural connections. You are engaging the brain's goal-directed system, known as the reticular activating system, which begins filtering your environment to highlight opportunities and solutions you may have overlooked for years. Spend a full 2 minutes on this step. Many people move through it too quickly. Do not rush. This visualization is setting your subconscious toward success and living without pain. Minutes 6 to 7 focus on intention setting. Open your eyes and state your main intention out loud. Use a single sentence. Keep it in the present tense and make it specific. For example, my mind is focused and my body moves without pain, or I make clear decisions and attract the right opportunities today. Repeat the statement 3 times, adding more certainty each time. This spoken element is important. Speaking activates additional areas of the motor cortex and helps anchor the neural pattern more deeply. You are establishing the mental pathways for the day ahead, clearly signaling to your nervous system that this is the operating mode for the next 16 hours. Stand up slowly, place both hands on your chest, and take one final deep breath. You have completed the neural imprint. Your brain is now set for optimal performance. Let's examine what just occurred at the cellular level. That breathing sequence initiated a chain reaction of neurotransmitters. Dopamine was released to support motivation. Serotonin helped stabilize mood, and GABA worked to lower anxiety levels. Cortisol did not vanish. Instead, it was redirected into concentrated energy rather than unfocused stress. The visualization engaged your prefrontal cortex, often described as the brain's executive center, while at the same time calming the amygdala, the region responsible for fear responses that intensify pain signals. This explains why people with chronic pain often experience strong improvements. Pain is not only physical. It is a repeated neural pattern that the brain reinforces each morning. This routine disrupts that cycle. The intention-setting step formed what neuroscientists refer to as prospective memory. Your brain now holds a structured plan for the day and will subconsciously work to carry it out. This is not manifestation or belief-based thinking. It is practical neuroscience applied in real time. Here is what you can expect. During the first week, focus typically improves within 72 hours. Many people notice less morning stiffness by day 4. Clearer decision-making becomes evident, with less hesitation or self-doubt. Energy levels between 2 and 3 p.m. are usually noticeably higher. Weeks 2 to 3 are when pain reduction becomes more pronounced. Neural pathways linked to chronic pain begin to weaken. One viewer reported resolving 15 years of persistent neck pain in just 10 days by following this exact protocol. Your ability to recognize opportunities also improves because the reticular activating system becomes fully engaged. You will start noticing options and solutions that previously went unnoticed. By 30 days, complete neural restructuring takes place. High-level cognitive performance becomes your new normal. Most people report that mental fog is fully removed. Chronic pain either fades completely or decreases by roughly 60 to 80%. You may feel as if your internal operating system has been upgraded. An important warning: do not skip days. Consistency is what activates lasting neural changes. The brain requires repeated input to build permanent pathways. Missing even a single day can set progress back by 3 to 4 days. If you're new to breathwork, begin with a total of 3 minutes and increase gradually over 1 week. Your nervous system needs time to adjust to this level of training. Some individuals notice emotional releases during the visualization stage, such as unexpected tears or feelings of anger. This is stored stress or past trauma leaving the nervous system. Do not resist it. Allow it to pass naturally. If you have serious cardiovascular conditions, speak with a medical professional before starting any breath-holding practices. This routine is effective, but it is not mystical. It is focused neural conditioning. Here is your challenge. Practice this 7-minute ritual every morning for 7 consecutive days. Share your results in the comments. Did your concentration improve? Did long-term pain lessen or disappear? Many people notice clear changes within 72 hours, but the deeper shift occurs around the 2-week point. It was discouraged because it gives individuals a high level of control over their own neurology. Now you have the full method. 7 minutes each morning. No exceptions. Your brain is ready to change. The real question is whether you are willing to do what most people choose not to do.